Okay, this is going to be a real-time packaging video, just a chatty packaging with me video. I'm not going to do any cuts to this video unless the mailman comes to pick up my pickup, and then I'll cut that part out. But I'm trying to keep the editing minimal because I'm going to be visiting family, and then they're going to come visit me, and I'm not going to have much time to do much of anything, even though I will have a lot to do. So yeah, I'll get into that in a second. Let's start with the first one. The first order is for Deanne. These sleeves are a little long. Let's maybe roll them back. Deanne's getting a vinyl sticker set. But yeah, so it's currently Thursday, October 6th, and it's my sister's birthday. And she's coming to visit tomorrow. She's flying in tomorrow. She lands around noon. And so I've been trying to prepare for that while also doing all the shop stuff. And so yeah, I'm picking her up tomorrow, and we're going to come back to the house. She's going to repack into a smaller bag, and we're going to load up the car. And I might have to do a post office run if my pickup hasn't happened yet by then. But yeah, then we're going to head down to Medicine Hat to visit family there. And it's because it's Thanksgiving. It's Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. And so that's where we'll be. Let me just count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And so we're going to be there from Friday to Monday. So I can't package any orders over the weekend. And that's part of the reason why I've been freaking out a little this week. I'm like, this was not the best time for the shop update, but I just felt like I couldn't wait any longer to drop the Halloween stuff because I'm already late for a Halloween drop. And so I just had to kind of just roll with it, do as much as I can. And so I've packaged more than half the orders. We're at $7.92. Thank you so much. This has gone better than I thought it would, considering it's a pretty small update. Like in terms of, like, there's no big item, you know, it's stickers and washi and one pin. And so I was like, oh, maybe not many people are going to feel compelled to buy. Plus, some of the stuff's older artwork too, like Pumpkin Patch, that's not new. Cauldron Cuties, that's not new. It's new in terms of I've never offered it as a print before. But, you know, I mean, Why Baby Why is new. Thicker Treat is new. But I don't know, I just like got in my head about the shop update, but it's actually been pretty successful, so thank you. And yeah, I've been doing a decent amount of packages per day, except the first day, because launch day is always slow for packing. And it's been decent, but I've been up past 1 a.m. packing the last couple nights, and that's why I've gotten a decent amount done. And I feel like today, I haven't programmed this button yet. Today can't be too late because I need to get up tomorrow to clean the house. Oh, screen shutting off. I need to clean the house before guests get here. Like, my sister's coming, but then my dad is coming after too. And so I'm just like, okay, I don't want it to be gross. And I could wait until we get back to clean, but there's going to be so much else to do when I'm back that, like, I don't know, I can't just leave everything until we're back from Medicine Hat, you know? I'm just going to throw that on the ground. I need a wide opening garbage bin or something, because I just throw everything on the ground because I just have these little teeny garbage cans. Yeah, okay. My mind is all over the place. This next one's for Elizabeth. But yeah, originally my dad wasn't going to come. Well, like, we just didn't have any plans. But then he messages me. He's like, well, since Brooklyn's visiting, I'm going to visit too, which makes sense. Plus, he hasn't seen the house. So the timing makes sense. And Brooklyn lives outside the country. So when she comes to visit, it's like, we got to take advantage of that. And we all want to see her. And so that's why I'm like, oh, God, we're coming back Monday, and then he's getting here Tuesday. And I'm going to have a lot of packages left to order. Or orders left to package. And so I'm going to be working while they're here. Like, I don't know. That's kind of been stressing me out. But I guess the orders will just be packaged when they're packaged. Like with these big shop updates, it can take up to 2 weeks for me to package your order. This one's actually going to be a bit tall with the notepad and the tall washi. I'm going to put it in a bigger box so that the washi can sit next to it instead of on top of it. And so, yeah, I haven't been packing all day every day because I've had other stuff to do also. Like I had a video to edit on Tuesday with the sponsor segment too. And then I have more pins to pin. Like I ran out of the B grade bunkin, so I was pinning those the other day. Then today I was pinning more of the A grades because I had 2 left and I'm like, that's not enough to get through today. So I was pinning a whole bunch of pins for like an hour. And yesterday I also had, oh my God, I keep messing up these buttons. Okay. 6 repeat. Oh, I didn't mean to. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Just 6 repeat. I like overrode what I had programmed for that button because I'd used a different tape length last time. Okay. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh yeah, yesterday I had a sponsored thing to kind of prep and film because later this year I'm doing a mattress sponsorship and I was just going to let that mattress sit. I was like, whatever, we have a spare bed for Brooklyn. My brother and his wife are going to come visit for one night, but I'll just like make Brooklyn sleep on these little fold out mattress things we have because I agreed to let them stay before Brooklyn made plans. So I was like, for one night you're sleeping on, like for your last night, you're sleeping on something else. But then now that my dad's coming too, I'm like, okay, I need to bust out this mattress because it just arrived like 3 days ago. And I was like, we need to set this up because like if I'm going to have double guests coming and I've got a mattress just sitting there in a box, why not use it? The only thing is I have to like film myself opening it and stuff. And like the room I wanted to put it in was full of crap. At least I had opened up all the boxes, but all the stuff like from when we moved, but the stuff was just sitting along the perimeter of the room, leaning up against walls. And so we had to take all that out of the room and put it just in our bedroom. We put it in that nook on the other end of our bedroom. We filled that up and then I vacuumed. Then I'm setting up the mattress and whatever and filming. So that took up a big chunk of my day yesterday as well. And so I just feel like there's always more stuff. Plus, like I've been in talks with brands for like other sponsor things. I'm trying to get like the video I edited the other day, I'm like trying to get it approved. I had to make changes to that this morning. So I did the edit changes and I re-uploaded the video. Then I realized I didn't have an outro on the video. So I had already done like tag titles, all the details. I'm like, whatever. I rip it down to re-upload it with the outro. And then when I go to add the end card, I see that I had added the outro, but I left the little preview video smack dab in the middle. It's supposed to be in a certain spot. So I take the video down again. I'm editing it again to upload it again. And I'm just like... I'm doing all this stuff that is not order packaging. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to be packing orders, not doing this. And so, yeah, I've been a little flustered. So I usually don't even start packing till like 12. And today, well, it's 2 o'clock right now. I packaged 8 orders before I started filming, but I've just been going ham on other stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. Because whatever I don't get packaged before this weekend, like before the end of day today, I have to do next week when family's visiting. And they could probably help to a certain extent. Like I have more bunkin pins to pin. I could get Brooklyn to do that maybe. I'm not currently set up to have 2 packing stations going. So one thing I could do, but would also require setup. Hold on, did I do thank you card and sticker? Yeah, I did. I'm trying to focus on my story and focus on the order without, I don't want to make mistakes on the order. But in terms of helping me package, okay, you know what? I haven't programmed the second button yet and I keep messing this up. -6, and then hit repeat and it'll program that button. Well, the repeat 2 button. The repeat button is a 6-inch piece. The repeat 2 is a 5-inch piece. There we go. But yeah, I could have someone being a picker who picks items and then I could like box them and, you know, slap the label on and whatever. But I would need a second setup where there's all the product laid out for the picker to pick from. And I would need some bins to put the picked products in. I guess we could stop by the dollar store or something. But yeah, it would require a bit of setup if I want help. So we'll see how many orders I have when we get back from the weekend. And then I can make my decision. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can already tell I'm going to have it probably close to 150 left over after today. because it says I have 338 left to package. That does not include the 20 orders I have open right now. And it does not include any orders that are going to come in today and over the rest of the weekend. Because like 200 is a good, like if I do 200 orders, that's a good 12 hours of packing. And stopping only just for food. Like I don't take extended breaks on packing days. I just go the whole time. And so a 12-hour day I can get through 200. And I'm probably going to have at least 200 when we get back. So this is, yeah, not the best timing for all of this, but whatever. We'll make do. I'm still confident I could get through all of them by the end of next week, which fits within that 2-week goal that I set for myself for these shop updates. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm still stressing about it. Okay, locking clutches. I do have more of the locking clutches. I just don't have more prepped in baggies. So that I can restock pretty soon because they're sold out right now. But I can get those back soon. I don't have time to prep any right now, though. I'm already trying to prep bunkins while also packing orders. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct. This is for Andrew. I don't have my ring on right now. It's sitting on my keyboard because when I reach for stickers, I keep smacking my ring right here when I'm reaching in these bins. And 1, that's not good for the ring. 2, it's chipping paint off. So I was like, ring, you're done. I mean, it is kind of nicer packing without it because when I'm pressing the tape onto the boxes, the bottom of my ring kind of rubs, and I try to scrunch my hand to avoid the ring rubbing against the box. But it's a little tricky sometimes. See, this could go in a rectangle box, but I'm putting it in a square box just because it is a little bit bulkier compared to some other orders because I am running out of these rectangle boxes. Nearly every order at the beginning was using them. I mean, in general, nearly every order needs them. I'm trying to upgrade some to the square box because I'm going to run out of rectangles. So, yeah, it needs a lot more crink, though, to stuff it. I got my Halloween tape. See, it's this step right here that rubs the ring. This. So, probably best to package without it on. Oh, and you may have noticed the Munbin printer sitting there. Because they sent me that a long time ago. And I couldn't get it to work with Chit Chats because Chit Chats is weird. I mean, like, it works. It'll print labels. But they either print cut off or they're printed really small. And then it's kind of hard to read the label because there's such a thick white border. And yeah, Chit Chats just prefers if you use a zebra printer or something. So I really struggled. I couldn't get it to work properly with it, and so I just kept using the zebra. But now that I'm not using Chit Chats for this shop update, I could bust it out. And it's actually been extremely nice because it has little like guides inside of it, little pieces of plastic that hold your label straight because the zebra printer frequently prints them crooked. The label will start skewing to one side or the other, and then it's cutting off the edge of the label. And so it's super annoying. Now they print straight and it's lovely. Plus the zebra printer would sometimes, it's like almost the side of the label is smeared because it doesn't print with ink, it prints with heat, but it almost looks like smudged ink on it. And then I have to reprint labels, so annoying. This, it just prints them properly. So that has been so nice. That has been a great change with this, this alternate packing method. Okay, what am I doing? I'm not very efficient at packing when I'm filming these videos, but I'll be a lot faster after the fact. Okay, so this is regular the meeting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Alex. Oh God, okay, I scheduled a pickup for tomorrow for my packages, but the earliest you can schedule a pickup for is noon. And I'm picking Brooklyn up at the airport at noon. Christian will be here, but like we will probably be gone by 1:30 or 2. And so I set my business closing time because like when you do a pickup, it's like pickup time 12, business closing time. It defaults to like 5 p.m. And so I left it at that for today. So they could come anytime between 12 and 5. For tomorrow, I have it selected between 12 and 1:30, and I'm hoping they actually show up during that time. Because they say online, it's like, oh, the driver will usually arrive closer to the beginning of your scheduled pickup time. But yesterday, that was not the case at all. And so I'm like, tomorrow, I need you here early. So hopefully they do that. I mean, I might not be the only business who wants that because, like, it's a long weekend. I'm sure a lot of people want to get their stuff out. So I can't expect special treatment. But the pickups have been so nice. I just, like, leave the packages upstairs by the door. And then when he rings the doorbell, I go. I help him haul them to the truck. But, yeah. So the first pickup, there were 2 bags of boxes. Second pickup was 3, and I have 4 sitting upstairs right now. So it's a lot. And it says limit 50 items per pickup, but I send more. I mean, in the past, like when I did the advent calendars, I did a pickup, like I scheduled 2 pickups because I had more than 50, but they just took it all in one. And so this time I'm doing the same thing because it says up to 50, but it says it could be up to like roughly a shoe box size box. Because if you have more, they want you to do a big commercial pickup and load your boxes onto pallets and wrap them and have like a loading dock. And I'm like, okay, I'm not that official over here, okay? I'm just a small business. And so, yeah. But mine are so small that I can get away with more than 50 because they're so small. You know? This is for Nicole. Yeah, this. And I got the sticker. Okay. It's funny though, because Canada Post, like there are more Canada Post locations than Chit Chat's locations, so it's not as crucial to get pickups from them because Canada Post is really not that far away, but still so convenient. It's kind of nice because I have the option. If I have just like a few packages, I can run them myself. Whereas trying to go to Chit Chats when you have like 1 or 2 orders, it's like, oh, no, I don't want to go all the way there for 1 or 2 orders. These. My mat is kind of far forward. I didn't end up putting down my big ergonomic mat. I was just flustered on Monday and like running out of time, and I'm like, well, this mat's right here. I'll just use this one instead of rolling out the jumbo. The problem with my big 5x5 foot mat is that if I want to switch to sitting down, I have to like roll it up, and it's just a little cumbersome compared to this tiny black mat that I can just easily grab and move over. I am wearing those cushiony shoes still, these pillow slipper looking things, and that helps a lot too. Okay, wait, did I say who that one was for? I'm not sure. That was, wait, Nicole? I guess so. This one's for Jordan. We have a thicker treat washi, bun sticker, and a Bunkin A grade. I'm like, what else was I going to talk about in this video? I know I had a whole lot of things. I think the biggest update was like, the timeline and like family visit and stuff. Let's actually slip these in a little sleeve. And yeah, the Canada Post update. I mean, I'm kind of getting the swing of things. I mentioned in the last video my issue with the customs, like you can't have more than 8 customs lines. And I'm getting used to the workflow. I haven't seen anyone's solutions for that, by the way. If you typed a solution in the comments, I haven't seen that yet because that video is not uploaded yet in my timeline. It's currently still Thursday, and that's going up Saturday. So I mean, I'm curious to see people's thoughts on that, but I'm making it work. Other than the fact that it's listing the entire item name on the customs thing instead of just saying like washi tape, it says thicker treat washi tape. So I haven't solved that problem. Although I know if I started using like ShipStation or something, it would solve my problem. But I don't think it would be easier to edit out certain line items, like reducing it down to 8. it doesn't seem to be as easy on ShipStation. If it would automatically cluster similar items, then that would be nice, like washi tape times 3. Whatever. Okay. Next. Black. This one's for Kay. I've been mostly standing doing these orders, but sometimes my feet and knees just hurt too much and I gotta sit. But I'm finding it with this new like packing workstation, it's harder to reach stuff when I'm sitting in the chair. Well, because first of all, with the old setup, there was not actually a counter next to me. It was just a skinny surface that had my tower of merch. So I was standing immediately next to the tower of merch. Now I have this countertop sticking out. And so I'm not just reaching up, I'm reaching over. But also this shelf is kind of high. Even standing, it's quite a reach to grab the boxes. So I have the rectangle ones down here so that they're easier to reach, especially if I'm sitting in the chair, then that's easier to reach. So I'm kind of like, should I rethink the layout? Should I move things? Because I could technically take this shelf off and the boxes would sit on this shelf. I'd have to move the prints. I could get like an organizer to sit on here because right now this is not efficiently organized, so I could get something. But I painted this whole thing with the shelves on. So if I took one off, it would look so disgusting. I'd have to paint over the gray and it would look all chunky and wouldn't be like a seamless transition. So, I mean, I could try to sand it down after or something, but that's a lot of work. But I also don't know if I am going to for sure do that. I realized also yesterday that my chair was not at its maximum height. For some reason, I thought it was. It was not. Although there's only so high I can make it go before my legs don't fit under the table. And it gets hard to climb into the chair if it's too tall. But yeah, so I'm like, am I going to make changes? I don't know. We'll wait and see. I don't want to hastily change something that's going to take a lot of work and then later regret it. So yeah. I also realized I could have done Halloween crink colors or something if I had thought ahead. But I did not think of that. So no spooky interior, only spooky on the outside with the Halloween tape. These orders are coming in faster than I can package them. I'm sure the shop launch video on Saturday is also going to cause a boost in sales too. Oh my God, I just have too many orders. It's a good problem to have. Good problem to have. Just inconvenient timing with the family visits, but it must be done. I'm the one who chose this date, so I got to deal with it. There's just no way I could wait till after. I'm like, I'm not going to wait till like October 18th to launch my Halloween items, so I just got to release my Halloween stuff even earlier next year because this one was kind of like a rush to get stuff in, and it was just, ugh. I just got to start thinking way ahead, especially because I want to start doing like different products too. A lot of my stuff is very like typical, just starting out artist merch or like artist alley stuff, things like notepads, washi sticker, enamel pins, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just get very intrigued by other items, like I did the sketchbooks. That was a big jump for me, especially considering they had embroidered covers. That was a big scary venture, and I'm now doing those shopping bags. Like I'm trying to do things that are they're bigger, they're more expensive, they're more practical. They don't need to be more expensive, but I just mean like they just happen to be more expensive, which makes it scary because it's a bigger investment to order the stuff. I wouldn't mind doing things like tea towels and all kinds of stuff. And where was I going with this? Oh yeah, with that stuff, it's a much longer manufacturing time and shipping time. And so I have to be thinking of stuff like at least 8 months in advance. Like as soon as Christmas is over, I should probably start thinking about next year's Christmas merch. But it's just so hard to think that far ahead, especially because like, you know, when it's autumn, I'm inspired to do autumn themed art, but it's like, if it's something for the shop, that's too late. If it's just for fun, whatever. If it's for the shop, that's too late. And yeah, so I gotta start thinking more ahead. So now I'm like, am I even gonna do a Christmas drop? Like I've got some Sassy Santa bags coming, but those probably won't be here in time for Christmas now. So I'm like, I should probably, at this point, I should just skip Christmas unless, again, I'm just doing like some paper stuff. Like, I could get some notepads in and I don't know. Because for things like enamel pins and washi, it's about a 1 month time frame from when you order to when you receive. So that's pretty good. But when you get into like fancier manufacturing, it's a lot longer and you got to think a lot further ahead. So yeah. Okay, any more of this coffee? I did not have a coffee this morning. I kind of just like hopped out of bed and was getting to emails and like editing the video and stuff, just trying to get everything organized. And I didn't have my coffee till I started recording this video, so must caffeinate. Okay, I was making sure I'm saying all the names. This one's for Neris. I have the labels over here. They're not hanging out of the printer just because I didn't really want them to be legible. Although the font on these labels is so tiny, it kind of scares me. I'm like, if the label gets damaged there, the package is going to be undeliverable because it's got like this teeny tiny text on it. Where was it? Oh yeah, okay. Here we go. For Noel, we have a Halloween bundle and a Why Baby Why sticker. 4, 5, 6. A freshly packaged pumpkin. I mean, they're all kind of freshly packaged. This is my last minute store prep. Oh, and I have these flat sleeves. That's one of the other things I was going to talk about. So, I mentioned in the last vlog, the glassine sleeves I got, the big ones, they changed the way they're manufactured. Like, the old design is not even available anymore. I can't get the gusseted ones anymore, and I'm devastated. Like, initially, when I ordered those, I thought the gusset was weird, but it turned out to be the best thing ever and worked so well for my merch because I could fit like multiple planner pads in there, and then if you ordered other items, they could slip into the sleeve too. It just ended up being great. And then I ordered more and didn't realize that they changed the design. But also just the interior dimensions look smaller than advertised. They advertised as being 8-inch interior and it's 7.75 interior. So that combined with the lack of gusset makes them completely unusable. I can't even fit a single notepad into those. But I got these like paper merchandise bags. These are an 8.5 by 11. But they're not gusseted, so you kind of need extra width to account for lack of gusset. But then I was hoping I could still fit 3 notepads in there, 3 planner pads, but I can't. I can only fit 2. I ordered just 1 box of them because I wasn't sure if they would work. But it's so hard to find like a big glassine sleeve that fits for what I want. Like this one we had was perfect, and now discontinued. So yeah, I'm just trying these paper merchandise bags. Although I prefer glassine because I like how it's a little bit see-through. It's also slightly more water resistant, even though it is just paper. It's not coated in any way, but it's just buffed to be kind of smooth. And I like the touch, like the feel of it when I touch it a lot better because I hate touching like regular paper. And it was a big reason why I stopped using envelopes because in the past I was printing out designs on envelopes and packing with those. This is thinner, so it's like easier on the fingers, but I still like don't like touching it that much, whereas the glassine feels nice on the fingers. And that's a big deal when you're packaging a lot of orders, okay? You might think it shouldn't be a problem, but you know what it is, okay? It just is. So I spent some time the other day where I should have been packaging. I spent time trying to find new sleeves. I gave up after a while, and I'll have to go looking again. I'll go looking again, but I just had to kind of give up for the day so I could get to packing. I did find one website that had the gusseted ones still in stock. They wouldn't be able to order more because the manufacturer Vila doesn't even offer them anymore. But I was like, these guys still have some in stock, and I tried ordering and they wouldn't ship to Canada. And I was like, well, fine. I guess I just won't have them. But that would only be a temporary fix anyway, because once they're out of stock, they wouldn't be able to buy more, so. Yeet. Okay, this is for Anna. 4 of dishwashy, 4 of this. Halloween bundle. And this. Okay. Let's grab the bundle. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. I was going to check the time on the clock when I started recording, and then I forgot. I can go check OBS to see what my recording time is. Just see where we're at, because I feel like I might be at the point where I'm running out of things to say. But I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm like, am I putting the notepads in there? Yes. It'll be a bit tight, but we'll make it work. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger one. Crink, crink. A sprinkle of crinkle. There's really not room for a ton in there. Okay. It's also Christian and I's wedding anniversary tomorrow. Or me and Christian's. It's me and Christian's wedding anniversary. I feel like there's been so much. It was like my birthday on Monday when the shop opened. It's Brooklyn's birthday today. It's our anniversary. My stepdad just retired. So much going on. Yeah. Okay, let me just check the time. Let's check our uptime here. What are we at? Because I could keep packaging orders and just like talk my way through it if I don't have stuff to say, but if it's already getting long. Okay, 32 minutes. Not bad. We could do a couple more. Let's do a couple more. I might remember more things I wanted to say. This next one. Oh, I already remembered something I wanted to say. Probably should have made a list, but then I would have forgotten to put stuff on the list. And if it's not on the list, then I wouldn't say it at all, and that would be a problem. This one's for John. 13. Well, some items are 2. Oh, no, yeah, 13 each. Yeah. Not 13 items total is what I'm trying to say. The thing I was going to say is letter mail being offered at checkout. I have since fine-tuned the way the rates are calculated, because some people were getting bumped up into a higher weight class compared to what they should have been in, because it gets tricky because you want to factor in the packaging weight. And Shopify has a package weight setting, and I have it set to be like this square box here. But the letter mail does not factor that in when it's calculating it, because I have a separate app doing the letter mail calculations, and thank God it doesn't use the box value, because then it would be way overestimated. So it doesn't factor that in. But then I just factor in the packaging weight into the ranges. Like, let's say for Canada, 100 to 200 grams is the range, but the packaging is 60 grams. So it's like you can actually only go up to 160, not 200. I just factor it in that way. But I was factoring based off of my larger flat mailers, because some letter mail stuff would have to go in the larger mailer. And it's really bad to undercharge for stuff like that. Like if you're buying like a shipping label and it's undercharged, the post office could get mad at you. So anyway, I was factoring it off the bigger packaging, but that was overestimating it for some, because a lot of orders were going into my smaller flat mailers. And so I tweaked it, because I was like, well, wait, the only way I'm going to need a big mailer is if it's using a big planner pad, and these are so heavy that only applies to like the larger letter mail weight classes. And so for the smaller classes, I can assume it's small package, and then for the larger weight classes, assume bigger one. The only thing that throws a wrench into that is this, because this needs big flat mailer, but it's a very light item. So I've just made this one count as heavier, like I increased the weight in the listing to factor that in. So yeah, that's basically what I did. So I have since fine-tuned it. So it might cost you even less if you did letter mail this time and if you do order a similar amount of stuff next time. It's all based on weight, really. And unfortunately for like US and international, there are only 3 weight classes. So like as soon as you're over 200 grams, you're automatically in the heaviest, which kind of sucks because it's kind of easy to hit that. I mean, if you're just ordering prints and stickers, it's not so easy to hit that. But yeah, international letter mail, not that cheap. If you're in that highest weight category, it costs me $22.28 to send it in the highest. So that's just robbery. But for like the mid-tier, it costs about the same as an international package surface shipping. Surface is very slow because it goes by boat, whereas airmail goes by plane. And so surface is very slow. And lettermail costs about the same, but lettermail costs like a few cents more. Again, it depends on destination, but just what I've noticed is the lettermail costs just a little bit more, but lettermail gets there way faster. I'm so distracted, I'm gonna have to like double check this entire order. Lettermail is gonna get there a lot faster than surface shipping, generally, because it should be like 1 to 3 weeks if all goes well. Whereas surface, it's like up to 2 months, sometimes even longer. So if you're international and if you qualify for lettermail, I suggest taking it because I've packaged quite a few that could have gone lettermail and people chose surface parcel, and it's just going to take way longer to get to you that way. But ultimately, it's up to you because either way, there's no tracking. So for both of those postage types, let me count these: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, there's only supposed to be one Y, baby, Y washi tape. I almost gave you extra stuff, John. Can't have that. It's like extremely rare for me to have something extra. That might actually be the first time I've caught that happening. It's usually like something's missing, which is why I count. Okay. Put that in there. Oh my god, I have a bit of a headache. Maybe just because I haven't been drinking the coffee till now. It needs more. Also, because we're leaving town tomorrow, these flowers Christian got me are still looking so good. He got these for me on Monday. It's now Thursday. I don't think I've ever had flowers that have lasted, like that still look this good by day 4. And so I'm going to try to bring them with us in the car. I don't know if this is going to fit though. Like we're bringing so much stuff. We're bringing the cats, by the way. We're bringing the cats just because it's too long to leave them alone from Friday to Monday. Because like half day Friday, half day Monday, plus 2 more days. That's 3 days total pretty much. So that's too long. So we're going to bring them with us. And that's going to take up a lot of space in the car. Because we're going to have Brooklyn. We're going to have her luggage. That's why we're going to have her repackage her suitcase into a smaller one. And Christian's bringing his golf clubs to go golfing with his family. And we're bringing the cat carrier. That huge carrier. So we realized if we just fold down like one of the back seats in the car, because I just have a little Volkswagen Golf. So if I fold down, because you can fold down just like a single seat, or you can fold down the other side seat with the middle seat with it. So fold down the wider section. We did a test. We put the cat carrier in there. We put the golf clubs in there. I think it'll work. But it's going to be extremely tight. And now I'm like, I'm going to bring the flowers. And I'm like, Baylee, what are you doing here? There's not going to be much room. I was also considering bringing some of my pin stuff. I'm like, if I bring my bunkin pins and like the backing cards and the cardboard piece and the clutch remover, if I bring all that, I could pin some pins over the weekend. And I'm like, how much stuff you bringing? We can't fit that much stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to start packing some of these off camera so I can go a lot faster. Because, you know, this is getting to be a good length. Let's do one more. One more order. This is for Elizabeth. We have the Thicker Treat Cottage Core washi. a why baby why wow she, and a video game planner pad. What's funny is the video game planner pad was less popular than Dainty Flowers, and so I have a lot more of this one left compared to Dainty Flowers. But this shop update, it's the favorite by far. It's wild how that works, I guess. Like suddenly it's the favorite. So this can still fit in a flat sleeve. I kind of like when you can see the product through the glass scene a little bit. This you can't see at all. And also, there's still a little bit of wiggle room on the side. And so it's very snug in the box. There's a fruit fly. Ew! There was one down here the other day, and it literally flew into my mouth and died. And I was like, what are you doing? Okay, you know what? Just leave. But if I turn it sideways, it kind of fits in the box better. So if you open yours and it's sideways, that's why. It's wedged in just a little too tight if I don't turn it sideways. Okay. Well, there's the last one. Thank you for hanging out with me while I watch this video. Or while I package orders. What did I say? Thanks for hanging out with me while I package these orders. My next video is going to be more like regular vlog style. So yeah, this one I just like, I'm not even going to have time to package my orders, let alone edit a video. And so I just needed something easy like this. So yes, plus I enjoy doing these packing videos and chatting. I really like doing them. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the orders, and I'll see you guys in my next video. These are all the thank you cards. I got all these tapes. The rest of my stickers are organized right here. These are my clear sleeves for packing stuff, and they changed them and now they don't fit my product and I'm freaking out. So that's the old design. This is the new design. This one looks wider, but it's not. It just appears that way